We're going to learn a little bit about Henri Matisse today. This book is called Henri's Scissors. It's by Jeanette Winter. In a small weaving town in France, a young boy named Henri Emile Benoit Matisse watched his mother paint china. He wanted to paint too. He drew pictures in the sand, and he drew pictures in his school books. When Henri was a young man, he drew pictures in his law books on contracts and deeds and wills. Henri was sick in bed with appendicitis one winter. His mother gave him a box of paints. He painted until he was well again. He kept on painting and forgot about law and left his small town to be an artist in Paris. Henri painted pictures day after day, year after year. But when Matisse was an old man, he fell ill, so ill he couldn't paint, so ill he couldn't sit up, so ill that he could only lie in bed and sleep. His paintings floated by in his dreams. Matisse finally opened his eyes, and they were filled with sadness. Now he must remain in bed or use a wheelchair. Could he ever have the energy to paint again? There's Matisse. He looks sad. When Matisse was strong enough to travel, he went to the seaside. The sea air might help him get well. Before long, he sat up. A little later, he drew. Look, that's Matisse's kitty. There's Matisse. He's drawing. Then one day, Matisse picked up a pair of scissors, and he cut out shapes from painted paper. He was drawing with scissors. A pair of scissors, a wonderful instrument. Look, he is a bird too. There he is, cutting out shapes in his wheelchair. Matisse cut paper all day. My pleasure in cutting things out grows even greater. Why didn't I think of it earlier? His assistants painted the paper for him all day. It seems to me that I am in a second life. So after painting for so many years, he starts making paper collage art. Paper cutouts covered his walls. There's his assistant arranging the paper on the wall. One evening, Matisse lay in bed and drew the faces of his grandchildren on the ceiling with a piece of chalk tied to a long pole. As he fell asleep, they looked down on him and saw his dreams. They saw shapes that surrounded him in sleep. Here's all his shapes. As time went on, Matisse cut bigger and bigger shapes. They filled his seaside room with color. Look, the kitty is helping him. You see, as I am obliged to remain often in bed, I have made a little garden all around me where I can walk. There are leaves, fruit, and a bird. I am deeply contented, happy with all those shapes. So many organic shapes. They look a little like leaves. Then one night, Matisse walked out into his paper garden. and the rainbow of shapes cradled the old artist and carried him into the heavens. Are some of the stars we see at night coming to us from Henry's scissors? Perhaps. Look, there he is. The end.